Good evening, everybody. How's it going out there? Jets Junior Elite. Coach Hill coming to you live from my office here in the great state of Minnesota. Looking forward to having everybody out here coming up this week. We're live on YouTube. Don't see too many viewers at the moment here, but should you be viewing and you see this and you'd like to ask some questions, please go ahead and type them into the comment section. I'd be happy to go through them. What I wanted to do today is be able to take you through what our weekend looks like so that we can get some details out there. You can watch this after the fact if you're not here now. Ask questions with you, but it's going to be a very exciting, well-programmed hockey weekend or so, I would hope. So I'd like to talk about the arrival here on Thursday. So coming in on Thursday, August 19th, get here. We're going to kick off the week with practice at 3:45 p.m. This is at the Plymouth Ice Center, home of the Wayzata Trojans. We'll be on the varsity rink. This is the rink where both myself and Coach Travis coach several teams, including the junior gold team, Pee Wee team, I believe a U15 girls team for Travis, as well as a mite team for myself. So we're excited to show you off our rink. What we'll be doing is we want the players to get there as soon as they can when you get into Minnesota. Get in, get fully dressed. Let's use the best of our time. We're going to start off. We have a lovely professional photographer. Her name is Jenna Sefcal. She does all kinds of amazing pictures. I've hired her to come in and take headshots of all the boys so that I can use that on our various pieces of material, whether it be our posters, our website, different items. Those headshots will be available to you free of charge. However, special opportunity for you that should you want to have a picture of your player, of your son, Jenna is willing to be, you can hire her to go through and do some private shots. I got to tell you, the pictures are amazing that she does. I'll set up a link, send it around to the team so you can see some of her work. And should you want to do something special, though, will be 5 or 10 minutes that your player alone can do his own little photo shoot. Should you choose to do it, we probably will do that with RJ. But we're going to get through on the ice. We have ice 3:45 to 5 p.m. on Thursday. We'll get through the practices as we come through, work on what we usually do, a fast practice. But, and this is the important time to take some notes, and we'll certainly get this out to you, is what we're going to be doing after practice. Now, after practice, we're going to be going right down to Lake Minnetonka. We have 5 fantastic pontoon boats that will be captained for us to go out and have a great time. However, down at Lake Minnetonka where we launch, there is very, very limited parking, as in 7 parking spots. As such, we have chartered our own Junior Elite school bus. That's right. The big black and yellow school bus will be departing from the rink at 5:15 p.m. or slightly after, right after practice. Everyone who's going on the boats, so that's parents, siblings, players, all should get onto that bus. We'll be able to park at the Plymouth Ice Center. We'll leave our cars there, and there'll be a bus to take us back afterwards. The event out in Minnetonka, like I said, the bus will be ready to go at 5:15. It's about a half-hour drive down to Minnetonka. We'll be out on the boats by 6 o'clock, and when we're out on the boats, we'll be able to eat some dinner that we bring with us. We'll be able to have some drinks for sure. Absolutely, of all kinds. We have lots of fun stuff for the kids to do out on the lake. But before I get to there, I want to back up just a bit, and that is, what are we going to eat? Now, what we decided was, rather than us try to cater or get something that people may like, may or may not like, and all the dietary restrictions, is I'm going to ask all of the parents to please procure whatever you'd like to eat on the boat, snacks or your dinner, while the team is at practice. I am encouraging, right near the Plymouth Ice Center, there is a Jimmy John's. Wicked fast, crazy fast sandwiches, very good. That's what you're going to want to take out on the boat, something like a sandwich. We definitely don't want to do a whole lot of hot food or messy food. Well, I guess anything can be messy, but that's what we want to do. We also will be limited on space, so we'll want to pack those in, eventually get them into individual bags, divide them up to the boats. So we'll want to very much encourage all the parents to get whatever your child may want. There's several on yourself. There's plenty of places right by the rink to eat, but I do recommend Jimmy John's, and that information will be out there. So to recap, wow, we've only gone through one event and it's already quite a bit. is on Thursday. We're going to do a practice on the practice. I'm going to see if I can share my screen up here real quick. I'm not sure if I can do it or not. Let's see if we can get this up on the screen for you so we can follow along. But perhaps we may not. Let's see. As we go through, we try to grab it. Let's see if this comes up so you can see my working screen. Hopefully you're able to see that there. Here, let me join myself in there. Hey, you can see me. There we go. So as we look through on the screen here, 3:45 practice at the Plymouth Ice Center. 5:15 the Jets school bus will depart to Lake Minnetonka. You should have your food ready to go. Drinks, we'll have several coolers around that we'll be able to put into there to bring it out to the lake. Also, very, very important is that the players should bring their bathing suits and what they'll be using to go into the lake with them to practice and change into that at the rink. It's a very nice rink. There's plenty of space in the locker room or bathrooms, wherever they feel comfortable, to get themselves after practice, get changed into their suit. We can get onto the bus, go right on the boat, and then jump into the lake. We do have several water toys, some water pads, water lilies to be able to go out and play on. We're definitely going to be in the lake. It's going to be a great time. The water temperature is great. The temperature is looking fantastic. So we are going to encourage all players to be in their bathing suits or whatever they'll be using for the lake. Same for the parents. Parents, do plan on jumping into that lake if you want to. I certainly am going to be in there. I know I highly recommend that if you're interested, jumping into the lake, to just come dressed in however you would go out on the boat and into the lake. Hockey equipment, we'll leave the equipment in the cars in the parking lot of Plymouth Ice Center, and then we'll get them back. Once we're out on the lake, it's going to be a great time. We have captain's boats. They are pontoon boats. Lake Minnetonka is a giant lake. We're going to see some amazing houses. We'll probably go by Zach Parisi's current house. Mikko Koivu just bought a house on the lake. Some other huge houses. We'll find a little bay, a little cove where we'll anchor. We'll be able to jump in the lake, play, have a good time, eat, drink, be merry, and really welcome everyone to Minnesota and have a great time out there. Eventually, we'll take a sunset cruise back to the dock, and at the dock, we'll get back onto the buses. The buses leave at 9:15 from Lake Minnetonka, drive us back to the Plymouth Ice Center where you can get your vehicles, and then from there to the hotel. I do recommend carpooling if you're someone who would benefit from having a driver. Certainly think about those standpoints as we chuckle there. So that is Thursday. That's the big night. So 10 minutes in, and all I've done is talk about Thursday. Let's talk about Friday. And as we move on, let's see if there's any questions out there. As I look through, I see 6-7 people out there. Hello, John Egan, Bree Moore, good to see you. The lovely Jacqueline Hill, I can see you. Jacqueline is also located right there at the moment. Right there. So I'll pause a second to see if we have any questions as we talk through. Again, the Plymouth Ice Center is a great rink. We'll get to see it, have a good time, a really good facility, lots of good food places all around. But again, type in any questions that you may have. I'm going to move on to Friday. On Friday, because we don't play till 3:30, I wanted to put in, and I was able to secure a morning skate. Now, morning skate is something that NHL teams do it all the time, and it's a really good opportunity to have a light skate, work on some positional items, some strategic items. But what I really love about the morning skate is the ability to teach a concept, put in a strategy, and then a few hours later, immediately put it into play in a game, and then it's set. I mean, it really is the best thing to do. It's something I do now with the junior gold team. I frequently, before our games, will on a Saturday or Sunday, we'll bring the squad out for a 7 or 8 a.m. skate, and then we'll play at 7 or 8 p.m. With this morning skate, it's going to be at the Schwann Super Rinks. The Super Rinks, if you don't know what that is at the National Sports Complex. It is a giant complex with 8 sheets of ice, in addition to a huge indoor soccer complex, outdoor football complex. It's a really cool building to go to. The Herb Brooks Training Center is there. It is absolutely something that we'll want to check out, and I'm glad I was able to get us some ice there. So we will do a morning skate at the Super Rinks. I'm thinking about making that a shinny, meaning that we'll go with helmets, gloves, shin pads, skates only, maybe not full equipment, but that kind of depends on how well practice goes on Thursday. after our morning skate. And that's out in Blaine, Minnesota, by the way. It's about a 20-minute, 25-minute drive from the hotel. On your way out, you'll drive past where all our games will be, which is the Brooklyn Park Arena, or the Brooklyn Park Community Center, owned by Brooklyn Park, the town. Really cool out here in Minnesota. Most of the rinks are owned by the community. The Plymouth Ice Center, owned by the town of Plymouth, my hometown here. And I think it's not my hometown where I currently live. But after the morning skate, after 10:40 a.m., we'll be done at 11:40 a.m. We'll want to have the boys report in for the next game at Brooklyn Park Arena at 2:45 or 45 minutes beforehand. I recommend an hour before because we'll start pregame at 2:45. In that interim on Friday, I highly recommend that the boys get a good meal. I also do not recommend a team meal for the lunch. I also recommend I do recommend go with one or two other players or families. Try to keep it small, allow for efficiency, not get riled up, not get bored. There's tons and tons of restaurants, so if you want to go right to lunch right after the morning skate, that's a good idea. But I do dissuade a large group lunch and a large group at that time. We'll reconvene at 3:30 for the game. Play at Brooklyn Park Arena. There is hope here that all these games right here on my YouTube channel will be broadcasting the games with play-by-play. Still trying to tie that together, but there is hope. We'll definitely have the game broadcast on YouTube. Whether or not we have the play-by-play is still to be determined. And that'll be a professional play-by-play, which will be really neat. Once we finish up with hopefully a win on Friday, that's it for Friday. So Friday night is go out, have some fun, enjoy it. But you look at Saturday, the game's at 8 a.m. So we want to get the players, give them plenty of time to have fun, but let's try to get them in bed as early as we can. With the Minnesota tournament, there are only 3 games, and then you either make the semifinals or you make a place game, which means every game matters. You really can't drop one. The way I see it is the semifinals are only going to be available to the 4 teams that go through the round robin undefeated. We have a very tough game first out of the gate. And then in addition to that, I'll be able to enlist Mr. Dave Feather to go scout for us to check out the other 2 teams who play at the same rink at the same time during our first day on Friday. And that's our Friday. Hey, Brody. Grins, good to see you. Let's talk about Saturday. And hello, Michelle Egan. I see you on the side there as we come through. And we'll have a brief guest appearance here. You can't see him because I stand up, but say hello, Zachary.
Hi.
So there's Zachary. On Saturday, now we get to Saturday. It's going to be the first 2 great days. On to Saturday, we will go an early game, 8 a.m. We're going to want to get them, sorry for the noise, folks. We'll go through at 8 a.m. for the first game, and that will bring us to an early start there. I don't know if we've set the time yet for when we want them to arrive Saturday. We'll find that out. But we do want to get them there in plenty of time. One of the common problems we have with early games on tournaments and travel is we do have players who tend to come in late, and it does disrupt the team. It is very, very important that we are able to get the players there in plenty of time for Saturday morning's game. We may not have a strict report time, but it's going to be very important that you're there with plenty of time that we're able to be prepared. After that, it's kind of on your own through lunchtime. We'll then come to the 2 p.m. game, game 3, which will then set us up for what we're going to do on Sunday. We'll have to see where we fall. A great event that we have planned that we just put on was whirly ball or laser tag. It's actually a fantastic 2,500 square foot laser tag arena that we've been to before. It's amazing. It's right almost next to the hotel. It's not far away from the hotel. What we've been able to arrange is for $35 per player. We have a room to ourselves, all you can eat pizza, in addition to the laser tag we have there. And whirly ball is something that some of the players want to do. It's a per game cost. I think it's $5 if you want to play a full whirly ball. If you don't know what whirly ball, it's hockey meets lacrosse meets basketball meets bumper cars. So you basically drive around in a bumper car, trying to pass the ball around and get it into a basket that's up in the air. Kind of a neat experience. So we're really looking forward to doing laser tag. Highly worth it. And this also allows all the players to eat. In addition, parents, you are welcome to come should you want to take part in the all-you-can-eat pizza. It's only $6 for you, parents, but there is a full bar. It's a cash bar, but there is a bar there, so it'd be a really good time. We have that all set up and reserved for 5 p.m. on Saturday. Then we get to Sunday. So Sunday is a variable. We will start with this. We don't know our game schedules. I'm hopeful that we'll be in the semifinal game, which will be either at 8 or 8:30 in the morning. Followed by the championship game that's later in the afternoon around 4 o'clock or so. If we don't make the semifinals, we will have a final game on Sunday. It'll fall sometime between 9 and 4 a.m., depending on what slot we fall into. But regardless of where we fall, Jacqueline and I are happy to open up our house to everybody, whoever is going to be around, particularly if you need to check out of the hotel after the first game. You can come back to my house. We'll open up the garage for players to get their equipment to air out. Just hang out, kind of open house, hang out on the deck, have some drinks, enjoy our time together. And then for those of you who are still sticking around for Sunday night, which I think is most of you, we're going to put together a little post-tournament party at Coach Hill's house. We are working on, I wish we could have confirmed it, but we haven't at the moment, confirm that we will have a food truck. So we're going to bring a food truck in, which will allow us to have some great food. Also means I don't have to cook. But it'll be a good time. We look forward to hosting all of the junior elites here at my house in Plymouth, Minnesota. And so that's the tournament. It's a lot of talking for me, a lot of going on. I hope you enjoyed the artwork behind me here, both photographs of my own. But I wanted to give, if anyone has any questions out there, you can type it into the YouTube comments there. I can address any aspects that I talk through here. This will be sent out. I'll send this out to everybody. With more details once we get it written up. But I did want to get this information out as soon as possible to everybody. So we'll give it a second, see how we come through. We certainly have plenty of Long Drink, the official sponsor of the Junior Elite Parents, available here, in addition to many other items. The weather is looking fantastic at the moment. We're going to be sitting in the low 80 degrees, if you will, about 25 degrees C. As we come through. There's one question out there I see there. I think it's Brody. How many teams are there? That's a good question, Brody. I believe there are 16 teams in our division. This is the Showcase Easton Cup tournament. It's one of the higher-end AAA tournaments. It's a big one here in Minnesota. I think overall there's somewhere around 200 teams that will be here across 8 rinks. So it's a giant tournament. We are in the 2008 Open Division. There, at the AAA level, there are 2 divisions. There is the invite division, which you need to be invited to. It's based on teams' resumes. So that's the top players. And then we have the open division. We're one of 16 slots. I know about half of the teams, maybe a little more than half. Very heavy Minnesota presence. Good team out of North Dakota's here. Not so good team out of South Dakota. Unfortunately, we're not playing them. And I definitely don't want to play them because the only way we do that is if we fall into a bad round. But a couple teams out of Chicago, and I think I saw a few from Wisconsin. So it's certainly going to be a good time. Oh, you're welcome, Bree. Just for you. That's why we go through planning the tournament and the itinerary together. One item I said no surprises. I did want to mention there, and we'll send it around, is the cost for the cost for Thursday night, which includes the bus to and from, as well as all the fun, the pontoons, the boat rentals, the captains, all that, is going to be $50 per person. It is a per person charge. So regardless of your age, I had asked if those who are under 12, that's for life preserver reasons, to make sure we have the appropriate life preservers, which hopefully we won't need, but we do encourage all the kids to wear those. Much easier in the lake. And then we'll figure out a way to collect that. More than likely we'll do it on Venmo or PayPal, but we haven't quite figured those logistics just yet. So not seeing any other questions here, folks. I'm going to wrap it up by showing our intro video one last time. I was pretty excited as we put it together here. So as I'm looking over slightly to the side, it's simply because this is where my screen is. So we're going to go through and we'll put this right back here. And I'm going to end with this. I want to wish everyone a great night, great hockey. I'll be in touch. Please reach out with any questions you have. Safe travels to Minnesota. And I hope that we will see you very, very soon. So with that, as we click a button here, we click a button there, this is why they talk about why it's great to have a producer with you, because then you're able to go through and show what you have. So bringing this up right now, here we go. Everyone, please enjoy. See you soon.